Now we'll make the app show a message box which will be shown if users enter incorrect usernames and/or passwords. The second way is to store the usernames and passwords in a TXT file. Of course, you should not keep it in the same folder where the app is, but we will do so just for convenience. Let's write two usernames and passwords in a file, separating them by a space symbol. Save it and close. The app will read the TXT file when it starts. I prefer using StreamReader to read files. Type the name of the TXT file and its extension. The app will read it line by line. Create a while loop. While line equals SR period readline does not equals null. Do something. Let's store these usernames and passwords in two lists of strings. First, declare them. I'll name the first one users and the second one pass. Now let's return to the while loop. Since every line in the TXT file contains both a username and a password, we need to separate them. In each iteration, a string array should be declared, which will be filled with two line components, which are split by a space symbol. We add the first component to the list of usernames and the second one to the list of passwords. Now we need to add new conditions, such as when usernames and passwords from the lists are entered. Because the action has to be the same, just copy the two lines above. If users contains text box 1 text and pass contains text box 2 text and let's copy and paste the condition above and modify it. Change the names of the arrays. Since this method searches arrays, we need to convert the lists to arrays. Also, always close stream readers as soon as you finished working with them. This way of storing passwords is good if either you or a few other people, for instance within one company, use the app. Now let's make text in the second text box appear as the default password character. And now we will look at the third way of storing the data, databases. We will create a new database with columns for usernames and passwords. Again, I'll need only 2 samples. I will paste a common piece of code for connecting to a database and modify it. First, we will include the OLDB namespace in the CS file. I usually deal with MDB databases, so I'll save the database as MDB to the root folder. We need to change the data source value. Also, we should specify the columns from the table in our database. As with stream readers, you should close connections when you finish with them. In a while loop, the app will read the table line by line, adding cells values to the list. Since those are lists of strings, we should convert sales values to strings. Everything works.